Hello everyone, this is Cassian speaking, and I'll be your host for this Let's Try of Aëdemphia. It's a pretty long game, but I intend to play it through. I wanted to launch the game straight from the desktop because it has some very unique additions which are really worth seeing. Before I forget, Aëdemphia is a game made by Sylvain Delicy, also known by his nickname on the internet as Sylvain, very active in French-speaking communities, not so much in other English-speaking communities, but we're trying to convince him to do so. So I'll launch the game. As you can see, right away you have this really neat drawing of the main character of the game, and you also have it's pretty neat to have this launching screen, which you can find in most professional games, and it's really neat that he made the effort to have this little thing for his own game. So I'll launch the game and to show you what this game looks like. Alright guys, I finally managed to make this work. My god, so much trouble to get this game to run. The problem I had was that I kept getting this nasty flickering which made the videos unwatchable. So what I did is I downloaded Fraps, then found out that I had a 30 seconds limitation to my recordings, and so I had to get my hands on the full version. Anyways, long story short, I'm sure that doesn't interest you guys all that much. So as you can see, the title screen is animated, which is a really nice change from most RPG Maker games who only use a static picture as a background. The music is also custom made. It's unique. It's tailored for the game, and it's made by an artist hired by Sylvain. So the combination of the visuals and the sound are very unique, and it creates a very special atmosphere which you'll feel as you're playing throughout the game. So I'll begin by talking to you about the main menu. This is quick to leave the game. Those are extras, credits, a tutorial for people who are new to RPG games. I won't be reading that. I've played hundreds. This is a summary. This is a summary of the story that took place before the game begins. It's pretty important, so I will translate that, but only the main ideas. This is to load your game and to start a new game. So let's check out the bonuses right away. You have posters, pictures from the first version, pictures from Aëdemphia 2, some artwork. Begin with posters. Those posters were made for various game conventions, game shows, video game shows. They look pretty good, but the limitation of the graphical limitation of RPG Maker 2003 makes it kind of like, so that's good. Nice to watch the originals. Pictures from the first version. This was actually the main title in the first version, so you can see, as you can see, the game changed so much. It's a lot better now than it used to be. I don't know if you can see that yellow monster on the left-hand side. That's pretty bad compared to what he's doing right now. You'll see the difference. He's improved tremendously. It's crazy. It's really nice to have this option in the extra, so you can make a comparison between the first version and the last, like this version 9.34. Another screenshot. Pictures from Aëdemphia 2. I don't know if this will ever be completed because he's been working in the first game for close to 8 years now, or a bit more than 8 years, so I don't know if he'll be willing to spend as much time in the sequel. And some artwork, characters from the game. You can pause the video if you want to look at them in more detail. Okay, so I'll go straight away and translate the tutorial. Sorry, the summary of the story that took place before. The Tale of Aëdemphia. I'm going to translate only the main ideas of each page of text, otherwise you'll be bored to tears. So, Aëdemphia was born in a wasteland, but she was sheltered from the whole world, which was composed mostly of refuse and waste, by living in some kind of bunker called Isola with her family. She was raised by a scientist called Chaos, who also worked for her family, and who worked in cooperation with her father. she wasn't really concerned about what was happening in the outside world. She was happy in her own little private paradise. One day she was kidnapped by this guy. This guy named is Erun, and that guy kind of made her aware of what was happening in the real world, of the world outside. And she found out that Chaos and her father were killing people in the wasteland. We'll soon find out why. And eventually, Urzica found out that Chaos was trying to put a project into place to open up a rift to another dimension, so that they could leave to another world, a much better world than the one they had. They needed life energy of people to open the rift, which is probably why they were, getting those people in the wasteland. Eventually, they managed to open the rift, but things didn't go as they had planned. Anyways, when the rift opened, it caused some kind of cataclysm, and there was a revolt coming from the people from the wasteland. Anyways, a lot of people died, and everyone was killed during that confrontation. And only Urzica managed to go through the rift and escape the destruction of her own world. She got to another world called Aëdemphia, and this is where she met a young boy called Ufa and his master, Egash. Ufa was on a quest for revenge because his parents are her. I think he looks like a girl. Anyways, he was on a quest for revenge because his parents were murdered by the dictator of Yume, which is a place in Aëdemphia. People thought he was crazy, but actually he was very, very ambitious and very successful, so he managed to gather a huge army with him. In his army, he's kind of like a modern Robin Hood, if you will. And so one day he finally decided to launch the final assault against the dictator who killed his parents. And now the game is going to start just when they're about to launch the final assault against the